Welcome to the Raider Talks game recap. I am your host, Art Navarrete, here alongside Nick Ibarra. We're going to discuss the game between the Raiders and the Chargers on Sunday night. Crazy game. Raiders win 35-32 in a thriller where the Raiders kick an overtime field goal at the last seconds to win the football game and punch their ticket into the playoffs. That was huge. And now the Raiders are heading to Cincinnati to play the Bengals on Saturday. Nick, how did you feel about that game? You were in that stadium. You felt the atmosphere. What was it like?
It was crazy. It was my first time in a dome seeing a sporting event, and it was just loud. I got in, 3 hours before the game, and it was loud. Just the warm-ups, Renfro, Waller, and Carr, they're all in street clothes, just messing around playing catch on the field, and it was loud from the start, and and as time got into it, it got louder and louder, and and once it was time to for the show to start, like it said on the jumbotron,
show starts and you have the time counting down.
It just really hit, and it was crazy because I was nervous, and and then I think a Drake song came on, and that pumped me up because it was pumping defense up a little bit. And then Carrie Underwood came on to introduce Sunday night, and then the Star Wars song for the Death Star came on, and it's just like, okay, I'm ready for this game. Let's go. And everybody felt it. I think whether you were a Raider or a Charger fan in that stadium, you were excited. Everybody felt it. We knew what was on the line. And throughout the whole game, it just got louder and louder and louder. I lost some years off of my life because of that game. But at the end of the day, we got the big win. This is a franchise-changing win. We are now in the playoffs. And it's just crazy to think from where we were at 4 or 5 weeks ago to now. And it's something crazy and special.
Yeah, it was it was electric in that stadium, and like you said, you felt it from the warm-ups. That was the first game where usually in Oakland, by the kickoff, the stands are half full because people are still tailgating, going to come in probably around end of the first quarter. But everyone was in their seat by kickoff, and it was just crazy, loud, intense throughout the whole game. And it really did feel like a playoff game because that's pretty much essentially what it was. Earlier in the day, the Ravens and Steelers played. The Colts played the Dolphins. And then you see the scores.
Yeah.
You can see the scores, and you're there 4 or 5 hours before the game, and you're seeing these scores develop, and you're seeing what's happening. And you felt it. You felt it happening. As it's happening, we're going to make the playoffs before this game even starts.
Yeah.
The Dolphins dominate the Colts. And then the Steelers and Ravens end up going to overtime. Steelers end up pulling out the win. And then that's when it hit me. I'm like, okay, it's on now.
Yeah.
It's for real. Now we got to earn it.
Yeah. That morning we sat down. We watched the 10 o'clock games at a restaurant. One TV right here was the Colts Jags game. One TV right here was Ravens Steelers. Jags already taking care of business. Trevor Lawrence had a really good day in his rookie season. Then I look over here and I'm nervous, and it's just like if I'm not in the same sense, but like if the Raiders are playing, because I know what this means as a Raider fan.
For the Raiders, yeah.
I know what this means as a Raider fan for the Raiders, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, they can do this. Okay, Justin Tucker, I know he's got a good leg. If they get the ball here, kick it, game over. They mess up, they don't do it, and it's just like, man. I said, you know what? We came into this, you had to win and get in anyway. So let's just go win it. Let's go win it. Then like you said, we get into the stadium. We see that the Patriots lose to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So we know
you see that we're going to be a 5 seed.
We know if we win, we're in 5 seed. We play Cincinnati. So we already know all of our situations. Or we tie 7th seed, and then we go to KC. So it's just the pumped up nerves or whatever. Those games in, you finally know what your fate is, what your seeding is and everything, and it's just like, okay, we really need to win this one, and it was crazy. We did it, we won, and now it's now it's playoff week.
100% playoff week. Raiders, Bengals. Let's get down this game a little bit. Let's break it down. We can break it down from a statistical standpoint, and we can also break it down from a perspective standpoint of us being at the game, which is pretty cool for everyone to hear. First quarter. Let's talk about the first quarter. This is a game of 5 quarters, and we're going to speak about every quarter. First quarter, Raiders go out and dominate, and you feel like it's going to be a good day.
Yeah, off the gate, we're moving the ball a little bit. Carr throws a good pass to Moreau, and Moreau's off. Off to the races, getting ready to score.
So I wanted to share something with you, but from my angle, it looked like he fumbled it out of the end zone.
Oh, see, I was right there, so I knew exactly where it was at.
So you were on that side.
Yeah.
I was on this side. So I was watching Foster go that way. And from our angle, it looked like he fumbled out of the end zone. So I was like, oh my goodness. And then you watch on the Jumbotron. First of all, the best Jumbotrons in football. They help out a lot. Little Jumbotron, like, oh, thank God. And then we end up settling for a field goal right there. So that was kind of a little like a start. You're like, damn, we had a really good drive and we had to settle for a field goal. But then we go out and get the 3 and out. So that was great.
I'm just gonna say because I feel like in this game, they're a good offense. But I felt like we just needed to put up touchdowns. Go put up 7s, and I thought it was a missed opportunity right there. Just protect the football. I think if he would have protected it, and then tackling, he had maybe 5 yards left to touchdown. I think it's just one of those.
I think Moreau would have got the touchdown.
Yeah. A little push,
but he didn't see the guy.
Yeah,
the safety coming in from that way. So that was just a tough situation. But he should have probably just tucked it in and went in tried to go in the end zone because he would have tumbled in there. But he ended up fumbling it. That's the only reason he didn't get in the end zone, I believe, because he's a big tight end. He can get in there. So the Raiders get a 3 and out. The Raiders get the ball back, and then on a drive, that was a 3rd down play. I think it was a 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 7. Yeah. Carr misses Zay Jones on a play, a huge play that could have scored a touchdown, and you felt like, damn, we could have been up 10-0 right now. And then we go out, we punt it, and then the fumble happens. Yeah. A huge hit by our special teamer, Johnson. So that was a huge play. And then Diablo, I believe, recovered it.
He recovered it, yeah.
And then we scored a touchdown, and then it's like you felt like that sucked that Carr missed that throw, but it don't matter anymore because we got a touchdown anyways. And now it's like that. It's 10-0, and you're feeling the energy even going up in Allegiant more.
Yeah, you go in, and your second drive isn't that good, and you're just like, oh man, missed opportunity here, and in my mind, and I know it was but it was like, man, it's already 2 missed opportunities, like it should be 14-0 before the, should be 14-0 right now, and I'm looking up, it's 3-0, and I'm just like, man, then we get the huge turnover right there, and a couple plays later, Carter Renfro, and it's just like, we're gonna win this game, and it's just, I think it brought back to our whole season. It's just like a second chance, just do it, redeem, just it's redemption time, and Carr missing one to Zay Jones comes back and wastes no time to get it to Renfro for the touchdown, and we're up 10-0. Everyone's pumped up, everyone's excited, and now you feel it. Now you feel that playoff atmosphere, and it was crazy.
Yeah, you feel the energy. Then you go to the second quarter, and the Chargers dominate that quarter. They win that quarter 14-7. They scored 14, and then we scored 7 at the end of the half. And that was a huge 7 for us to give us momentum going into halftime, leaving with the lead. Knowing we probably left points on the board, we still had a 3-point lead, and you got to be feeling good then. And our defense was playing pretty good. So you felt good for our defense with the Chargers getting the ball at half, or the Raiders getting a stop, getting a 3 and out, or anything like that.
Yeah, they came out firing. They came out, put up 2 quick touchdowns, and it's just like, it's one of those things like, dang, now they're going to go on a roll. And it's just like we got to keep on scoring. We got to at least keep on putting points on the board.
Yeah, and we kind of stalled that quarter. And we kind of stalled that quarter. I thought there was one throw that I think we could have been driving still. I think it was a one to Zay Jones. It was a tough throw to make on the sideline. On the sidelines, I think Carr just let him a little too much.
Yeah,
And Zay didn't catch it. That was one of the main, I thought, plays in that quarter. And another play in that quarter as well that we didn't execute on was a Richard play down the field. Carr really kept the play alive, threw it, pass interference.
Yeah.
And down at probably about the 45 or 50, I think it was like 45, and we didn't end up scoring. So that was another drive where we stalled in the second quarter.
Yeah.
So I thought we stalled a little bit in the second quarter, but Chargers scored 14, and then we got the 7 at the end, and that really helped us out, gave us momentum going to the second half.
Yeah, because it really looked like they scored 14, they went at 14-10, gave us the ball with less than 2 minutes, and it's just like
we need to score here.
And for me, it was like we need to kill a clock, or we need to score and at least put up 3.
Yeah.
We don't want to give these guys a chance to score even more, or do something stupid and leave them time on the clock.
You couldn't give them 3 possessions in a row, pretty much, because if they score and then we stall on a 3 and out, and they get the ball before half and they get the ball after half.
Yeah, and it's just one of those like, man, and then we come back, it doesn't like we're gonna do anything. Then the Richard play happens. He gets 23.
Yeah, Richard on a 3rd and 20.
And I was already mad. I was like, really, freaking 3rd and 23, like for real. And I think that was the one where the line, like it was a stupid call the first play.
Yeah.
Then the line gave up a big sack the second play, and it's just like really, like we're gonna give these guys the ball back with this amount of time, and then Richard takes it, 24 yards for the first down. Carr made something happen, with Zay Jones and got the pass interference, and Jacobs punches it in.
Charger fans are complaining about that one. From my angle, it looked like he had a chance at it. It looked like Carr gave him an actual shot. But watching the highlight, the ball wasn't nowhere near Zay Jones. But that's the Chargers' fault, because in the game they had 2 huge pass interferences. And egregious pass interferences where they just pushed our guys on the ground.
Yeah.
That was one of them. One of them was Richard, where they pushed him on the ground, and then Zay Jones. It looked like they just pushed him on the ground. So it's going to be called no matter what, just because of the egregiousness of the play. And, I mean, you just can't do it.
Yeah,
you can't do it. And it's not the old rule anymore where the ball needs to be – I never heard that rule in a while in the NFL, where the ball needs to be catchable. It's just, if it's pass interference, it's pass interference right now. So that's just how it goes.
Yeah, no, so, we go get the 7 and, it's 14. No, it's 17. No, 13. No, 17-14 going into half, and you're feeling really good.
Yeah, you're feeling pretty solid.
Yeah.
You're feeling pretty solid, better than you did before we got that touchdown at the end, obviously. So we go out in the third quarter, and another quarter where we dominate, and we win that quarter 3-0. Offensively, obviously didn't play that great in that third quarter, but defensively, you felt our defense was going to stop them the rest of the game. And then going to the fourth quarter, we dominate the early half of the fourth quarter, and we score 9 before they score their unanswered 15. And, I mean, we felt like we were going to win right there.
Yeah.
When we got those 9 points, went up by 15, and you just felt the stadium and you felt everything. But then you know what happened later on.
Yeah, I want to go back to the third quarter real quick. Even though we won it 3-0, the time of possession and what our defense did, and basically just stopped them that quarter and kill clock, time of possession in our favor, I thought was really huge, and and then set up for a big fourth quarter, which, like you just said, we put up 9. And we feel like the game is over before we obviously know what happens. But I just feel like that third quarter of them, they were coming in kind of hot. You shut them down to begin the third quarter, really dominate. And offense kind of wasn't there. We only scored 3, but just that time of possession and moving the ball a little bit, I think really helped.
Yeah, 100%. Gave us time of possession, gave us full momentum in that game. But now let's go back to the fourth quarter. We score 9, and then the Casey Hayward pick happens. We get the ball, and then I'm pretty sure we got 1 first down. And then we stalled, and then they got the ball 4 minutes 20 seconds Raiders up 15. They go down and score. Raiders 3 and out. They go down and score again, and they go for 2 the first time.
Yeah.
And the next time they kick the field goal, and now we're going to overtime. And I mean, they converted probably on 6 or 7 fourth downs in that game. And that was the difference maker, and that's the reason we went to overtime, them executing on those plays. But they did mess up early in the game. They gave us a free 3 by trying to go for it on their own 18 on 4th and 2, which we got the field goal. They gave us a free 3. We should have probably got the touchdown on that one.
Yeah.
But it's fine. And then, now we're going to overtime. After all that, after everything that happened in that ball game, after all the good we saw, we're going to overtime, and it's a new ball game, and your season depends on the overtime. You know the circumstances. You know we can either get a tie or a win, and we're in. But you really felt the momentum on the Chargers side, so you kind of felt like a little iffy going into that overtime and hoping badly we won that coin toss because our defense was tired.
Except for 2 drives. 3.5 quarters, I feel like we dominated. We're up 15. We get the pick, and it's just like, you put up 3, and this game is pretty much over.
Yep.
And it sucks that we couldn't really close it out. But it's just for 3.5 quarters, except for 2 drives, we sat there and played our best football, and I think everything was finally complete. We're putting up points. We're not
like we were
really
finally going to get our significant win.
Everything is just coming our way. Everybody picked the Chargers to win, and hey, Herbert's going to do this, and they're going to throw all over us, and might be a blowout, and Raiders are going to come back to earth. The Raiders are tired.
Yeah,
it's too much to overcome. When you look down and it's 4 minutes left. And it's just like, man, this is really going to happen. And then I thought we stopped them on 4th and 1 or on 4th down. Then they give them it, and then they come back and score, and it's just like, okay, I mean, we got a ball game now.
There was a couple plays there. I mean, a couple times where I thought we stopped them, and one of them ended up being a hold by face on, and then what was the other one? We thought we had him. Which play was that one? Was it just the face-on play?
I think so.
The face-on play where you thought the game was over. And then, I mean, okay, first of all, going that fourth quarter, the end of that fourth quarter, it's 4th and I'm pretty sure 21.
When they scored a touchdown, right?
Yes.
Or when 4th and 21.
And we do a 3-man rush. That's the only questionable call I've had of Gus Bradley all year. Why did you go with a 3-man rush there? Why don't you bull rush him, put some pressure on him, and don't let the receivers get downfield?
Because in that one, it was either touchdown or game over.
Yeah,
it wasn't
touchdown or bust.
And it wasn't because I think if they got the first down, they only had to do a yard to what's called. So rush them, kind of play close, kind of play a little black a little bit, but that was the only one that was like really what are we doing? But like you just said, you go into overtime. Chargers have all the momentum in the world. They just scored 15 unanswered to tie this game up. Herbert's looking good. We come out and we win the toss.
Yeah, we won the toss. Ended up coming out. Ended up being huge for us that we won that toss. The Raiders go down. They get their 3. And as a Raider fan, you're feeling like that's not good enough. We need that touchdown. And I personally thought Carr missed a throw to Waller in the end zone. And that could have sealed the game. So you kind of felt like, damn, we missed out again. And you felt like that could have been the dagger. Just, not a dagger, but you felt like that maybe could have been like, all these things have been adding up all game.
Yeah, no, because,
a couple missed throws, missed opportunities on defense on 4th downs. And it just felt like maybe it was not going to happen tonight.
Well, because, you kicked the field goal, we're up 3, and you got a now hot offense. And Herbert coming out, and it's just like...
The only good thing about that was we won the toss and got our defense some rest.
Yeah.
So you knew that our defense was going to be at least a little more fresh.
Yeah.
And
then
that drive.
And then they come out, and 2-3 plays later, they're already at our 30, and it's
but we forced them to a fourth down. To a fourth down. And but they go down, and a huge play to Mike Williams. Casey Hayward actually had really good coverage on him. Tight throw by Herbert, made a really good throw. They're in field goal range.
Anybody faster? He's gone. Game over.
Trayvon Merritt took a really good angle.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah.
So he got him good, and then we made him settle for a field goal, which was great. And then you kind of felt like, okay, it's the Raiders can win this game now. All we need is a field goal. We don't need a touchdown.
Well, and I thought,
and the tie came into play.
Looking at the clock, and we've talked about this before, and we didn't want the tie. We wanted to win. We wanted to send these guys home. We don't like the Chargers.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, playoffs is at stake, and I think, whatever we needed to do to get in, we were going to do.
Yeah.
But looking down at the clock, looking what we were doing, I said, I don't want to go to Kansas City, but I'm not picky. I want to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, the tie came into play for sure.
Yes,
100%. And we go on that drive. We drive down pretty good.
Jacobs
dominated.
Yeah,
Jacobs dominated all game. And we're going to shout him out after.
But when it mattered the most, he came out in overtime and put up.
Yeah, he got those big
really
rushing
rushes,
yards.
yes.
The Raiders go down, and then it comes down to a 3rd down and 7 with about a minute 20 on the clock. We hit, or minute 15. Carr hit Zay Jones for the biggest play of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And that seals our playoff hopes right there, because either way, we're going to make the playoffs on that throw, because we're already at the 50, clock's going to run down, and we're going to kick a field goal. We're going to score. We're going to drive down, kick a field goal more. The Raiders run a play, and then Staley called a timeout because he doesn't like the defense he has, which I can see that. But they were trying to win too.
No, yeah,
they're definitely trying to win. They're trying to put a good defense up there so Jacobs doesn't get that 1st down and get 2 or 3 yards to get in the field goal range. But Jacobs makes a good run, makes some people miss, gets the 1st down, and puts us in field goal range. And that's where you get the crazy moment, legendary moment, where clock is running down. 5, 4, 3. Carr's looking like boom. Look at the Chargers sideline too, like boom. Timeout. We're gonna go kick this field goal. And when the Iceman came in, you knew it was over.
Yeah, you knew it was. Yeah, exactly like you just said. You knew it was over, and I knew it was over when Jacobs got the 1st down for the 10 yards. I look up, I see kind of where we're at, and I says, okay, well, this is a 45 to 49-yard field goal. Mm-hmm. And then they announced it was a 47-yarder. I said, this is very doable. Let's go do it. Mm-hmm. And Carlson comes out, and I'm pumped. I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, okay, well, and I look at my uncle, and I'm like, well, we're in the playoffs. We're going to be in the playoffs. And, he has that look like, nah, I want to win. And I think everybody in that stadium, I want to win, because I wanted to beat these guys. And this is very doable. This is very doable case.
And this is a Charger team that was talking a lot of smack.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Charger team that was acting like they've been in the Super Bowl the last 3 years. This is a team that was acting cocky, acting like they've owned the West.
Yeah.
But no, they don't deserve the right to talk all that crap they did. Mm-hmm. So they deserve to go home. They deserved what they got. They deserved what they got for sure.
Yeah,
100%.
And Carlson comes out, kicks it. It's money, like he's been these past 4 or 5 weeks, and I think just the excitement and the joy I had, it was crazy. We did it. We're finally in the playoffs. Every board in that stadium, playoff bound. Confetti comes falling down. The Raiders song is playing, and then they just start playing jams. And
yeah, they're playing Celebration, Blow the Whistle, Shout. Every song you can name, every party song you can name, they started playing it. Allegiant was going crazy. The Raiders fans were going crazy. Charger fans were ready to drink their sorrows away. It was a great experience in Allegiant, a great game, crazy game. Definitely was tired after the game. I was emotionally freaking mentally tired and drained after that game, but glad we got the win. Now we're heading to Cincinnati.
Because it's a week's worth of just stress and everybody talking Chargers this, Chargers that, Chargers gonna win, and it's just like
you just felt relieved once we won.
And you kick it, and like I just said, playoff bound, confetti's falling. I think when it hit me, and it hit me pretty good when I look up and I see Carr just go freaking crazy. He's pumping up the crowd, and he threw his Sunday night ball into the crowd, and he is pumped up. I see him, all the work that he's put in, these 8 years, and it's finally happening. He's finally going to the tournament, and for me it was just like, wow, like we're actually doing this, and everyone's pumped up, everyone's excited. I walk, the stairs, and everybody's giving each other high fives and hugs, and we're doing this and playoffs, and it's Cincinnati's ass. Let's go to Cincinnati Saturday, and it was one of the best feelings of my life. It was a really good game, really good ending, and we walk out of Allegiant Stadium with a playoff berth.
Yeah, great game, amazing game. I mean, I can't put into words the emotions I felt and everything that happened in that game. The roller coaster of a game it was. The highs, the lows. You felt like we were going to win, felt we were going to lose, felt we were going to win again, felt we were going to lose again. Then we come out on top. It was just crazy. But now we got to get ready. A short week. We got the Bengals, and this could be a snow game. It's going to be very cold. And this is going to be a crazy game. We're going to get more into depth on it for the pregame show. Not really right now, but crazy game. Raiders, Bengals, playoffs, very winnable. Could be in the snow, could be a run game. And Josh Jacobs is running like an animal right now, so it's looking good for us. Our defense, our run-stopping defense is very good. We stopped Eckler to under 70 yards. So I'm liking the direction we're heading into going to this game because we're riding a 4-game win streak, hottest team in football, and we're ready to go.
No, you said it best. We go into this playoff, I think, a very favorable matchup. Mm-hmm. I think they played us at our worst. Mm-hmm. And, I think we've seen them kind of right there getting hot a little bit in the middle of their stretch. Mm-hmm. But they haven't seen the best of us.
Yeah.
We were coming into the playoffs, one of the hottest teams in football. We won 4-0. I don't care how we won. I don't care which way we won. They're wins. They're dubs. We're the 5th seed. Mm-hmm. It's crazy to think 4 weeks ago, us dancing on the Chiefs logo and getting embarrassed there, mm-hmm. and then coming all the way back, going 4-0, having everything fall in place right, and now we are the 5th seed. We didn't barely sneak in, or we barely, it took to the last seconds, but we're not the 6th, we're not the 7th, based on our record, our strength schedule, or everything, all those tiebreakers. We are the 5th team, mm-hmm. the first wild card, and we're gonna go shock the people.
Yeah, we're gonna shock the world. Go beat the Bengals. I think we're gonna go on a run. I have so much confidence in this team, so I'm ready to go. We'll see you guys for Raider Talks pregame, which will be on Friday, a day before the huge playoff game. And man, we'll see you guys for pregame. We're ready. We're pumped up. Raiders are in the playoffs. We're playoff bound. Here we go. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.